I'm going to paint the calipers on the Jeep Grand Cherokee, and I'm going to use the paint from Rust-Oleum. This is a caliper paint that can resist up to 900 degrees Fahrenheit, and also it says it can resist brake dust. So we'll see. It came with a paint can, the red paint can. It came with a caliper cleaner, which is a spray cleaner, and then I have two wire brushes. I'm going to clean off the caliper with the wire brushes first, use the caliper cleaner to wipe off any dust that remains, and then use the paint with the brush. So the first thing I'm going to do is brush off any of the rust with the coarse wire brush, and I'll continue doing it as much as I can. My calipers have been there with the car, with the Jeep, for almost 16 years, and this is a 2001 Jeep Grand Cherokee, and these calipers were changed by the dealer while it was new in 2003 or 2004, and they changed it with the Akebono calipers. Earlier those were the teeth calipers, which were not as good or as thick as the Akebono, and these have been there with the Jeep. And I had changed the brake pads last year, and the brake pads were already colored red, but I wanted to paint the calipers red, and that's what I want to prep it up and then paint it. So I'm going to use the smoother brush. This is also a wire brush, to take off as much rust as I can. I'm going to clean off and then see how it looks. I've taken off as much of the brake dust and rust with the wire brushes, and now I'm going to spray this brake cleaner, caliper cleaner. It's acetone and toluene. That's what the ingredients show. So it will take off, it will drain off the and then I'm going to wipe these with some paper towels. That will make the surfaces a lot cleaner and take the dust off and clean any grease that might be on there. So I'll continue cleaning this as much as I can, and you can see the dirt coming off. So I've taken off as much of the dust and grease that is there, and now I'm going to apply the paint. I chose not to take off the caliper because I had changed the brake pads and the rotors last year, and I will do it without taking the calipers off. But I have taken the calipers off in the other car I did. That one required a brake change, brake pads replacement. So I'm going to put one coat, let it dry for 4 hours, and then put another coat. This goes on pretty easy, and it looks pretty thick. The paint is pretty thick, and this small can was enough for the Honda Odyssey I did, and then this car, and probably I can do a third one too. So once I finish applying the paint, I will do another video and see and show how it looks. So this is after one coat of paint, and it is of course a lot nicer than it was looking before, and the paint went in pretty well. I'll let it dry for 4 or 5 hours as it's recommended on the paint can, and then I will put in another coat so that it evens out some of those brush strokes in there. But I'm pretty happy with this. This is how it looks on the driver's side. This is after the first coat. After 2 coats of paints and letting it dry overnight, this is what it looks like. It's way better than what it was looking before. And this is the driver's side. Here is the rear passenger side caliper after it has 2 coats of the caliper paint. And here is the driver's side rear caliper painted with 2 coats. It looks much nicer and cleaner after the paint, and hope it stays like this